D-Day, the biggest amphibious invasion man has ever seen. This was the start of the end for the Germans. But how did we get here? In 1943, President Roosevelt and Prime Minister Churchill decided to invade Nazi Germany across the English Channel. British General Frederick Morgan was put in charge of the planning for the operation known as Operation Overlord. American General Dwight D. Eisenhower was selected as the commander for the operation. He approved of Morgan's choice of the Normandy coast as the invasion site. They met in the Norfolk House in London as part of the Supreme Headquarters Allied Expeditionary Force, or SHAEF for short, to organize the invasion. Here, they created Operation Bodyguard. The goal of Operation Bodyguard was to trick the Germans into thinking the attack was going to happen in Pas-de-Calais instead of Normandy. They used blow-up tanks and airplanes to create a massive fake army north of where the actual army was stationed. This made the Germans believe they were attacking further north than Normandy.
Oh, Mr. Trimmingham, oh, Mr. Trimmingham, some of these Yankees are just a lot of bores. We had given them.
They also bombed the coastline heavily. In response, Germany created the Atlantic Wall. Their goal was to create Europe a fortress with no way of getting in. Over 300,000 German soldiers were stationed here, along with 15,000 concrete bunkers, artillery, and mines. It was to be built by the elite Nazi construction group known as the Organisation Tod, commanded by Erwin Rommel. Even with the 500,000 slaves building the fortress, it was not yet completed when the invasion took place in 1940. The invasion was set. Over 100,000 allies were prepared to invade the coast of Normandy. The U.S. would storm the beaches of Utah and Omaha. British troops would land at Golden Sword, and Canada was at Juno. During the night of June 5th, thousands of paratroopers were dropped in behind enemy lines. Their goal was to disrupt and confuse German forces to allow the sea invasion to go successfully. They suffered heavy casualties. Many units were scattered and disorganized. However, some groups of soldiers managed to find each other and carry out their mission. In the early morning of June 6th, the invasion started. The Americans landed first at Omaha and Utah beaches. At Utah, the quick thinking of Brigadier General Theodore Roosevelt Jr., Utah Beach was taken quickly with only 200 casualties. Omaha, however, was a different story. Trouble began before the men had even reached the beach. Only 4 out of the 36 amphibious tanks accompanying them made it to shore. Many landing craft were pulled away from their designated landing spots. Only a few survived after the first wave. With the help of destroyers and men willing to lead, the tide was turned and the beach was taken over. Over 2,000 were dead or wounded at the end of it. The British beaches, Sword and Gold, fell quickly and easily, like Utah. Juneau was much like Omaha. With bad seas, many of the landing craft were knocked off course and many men died. At the end of the day, over 5,000 men had been killed or wounded in the invasion. However, the operation was still a success. The Allies now had a foothold in Western Europe. This helped lead to the end of the war, with the Allies winning.